Hi and welcome to Intuitive Insights. On this channel we discuss everything to do with the Ascension process. I want to welcome back all of our subscribers and I want to welcome anyone who's new. If this is your first time checking out our channel, then I definitely encourage you to check out the different playlists to see the different types of videos that we offer. We offer videos on pretty much everything and anything to do with the Ascension process, so there's something here for everybody. Today we are going to be doing a reading for Sagittarius. This is going to be a general reading, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising signs. And yeah, it's a general reading. If it resonates, it resonates. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Don't stretch it to fit. Just pick out the parts that do. Maybe the whole reading will. And if it doesn't, then definitely check out your other major signs as well. You can go to a website like astro.com if you're unfamiliar with your chart, and you can find out your different planetary placements. That can be really helpful in just understanding the self a little bit better. I also want to let everyone know that we are doing a contest this month. So the video with the most likes and comments is going to get an additional video from both Kayla and myself for the month of June. So share this with all of your Sagittarius friends, get them to like, get them to comment, and you guys can get a bonus video this month. All right, and yeah, we're gonna go with this deck, I think, right now, and see what these cards have to say for you. This is the Psychic Tarot Oracle deck. All right, Sagittarius, June 2020. Sagittarius, what is going on with our Sagittariuses? I apologize if the background noise is distracting. It's really hot in here, so I have the fan going, but I talk pretty loud, so we should still get it. All right, Sagittarius. Ooh. Sagittarius, June 2020. Okay. So it's a little bit difficult sometimes when the cards all jump out to know what was first. But what I'm being drawn to right now actually is that we have two fives here. So we have conflict and defeat, and then we have the throat chakra. And also at the time that those came out, we had fertility, which is the Empress in the traditional tarot deck. So I feel as though you guys had you had a situation where you spoke your truth and it caused a lot of conflict. It caused a lot of conflict, and it kind of shook you guys a little bit. You felt as though you've been really working at opening up your throat chakra, speaking your truth, really standing in your power and expressing yourself. And it wasn't received maybe the best by some people in your life. And so you're a little bit off-put by that. We have 5-5, so this is the number of changes. It's also, we recently had the 5-5 portal, so that may be a video that you guys want to check out. But I'm feeling just a lot of change for you guys. Like there's a lot of changes going on in your life, and maybe some of those changes are causing a little bit of conflict and despair. They're causing you to maybe second guess some things. We had, if I recall right, the reading last month, there was a lot of new energy coming in for you guys, a lot of opportunity, right? And so I don't know, and that can be represented here by the fertility card, the Empress card, right? A lot. So there's just so much. There's like these new cycles being born, and I'm feeling for some of you as these new cycles are being born. And you're learning how to express yourselves. You're learning how to speak your truth. Your throat chakra is opening and clearing, right? Like it's causing a little bit of conflict. There are people that are dropping out of your lives as a result of you stepping up and stepping into your power and learning how to communicate your truth. And as you're stepping into this new cycle of abundance, the things that aren't a match for you anymore are falling away. And so for some of you, that's been a bit of an upsetting process. And we have the Shadow card here. And so a lot of you've been in this process as well. As some of these opportunities are coming up and this new cycle is beginning, you're purging some stuff and which would have to do with this suffering and silence card as well, right? Which is in the traditional, no, it's not. Which card? We're not even going to worry about what it is in the traditional deck. But, yeah. You're purging some stuff. You've got some shadow stuff coming up. We talk about this a lot. If you check out the Life Path video that we did, and I think the general Ascension reading that was just posted recently, this came up as well, is just when we get onto our path, a lot of times what happens is some of our shadow stuff will come up, right? Some of our blocks will be revealed to us so that we can work through them, like getting and accessing and stepping onto our path, stepping into our lights, requires that we work through those energies and those blocks that were standing in our way. And they were part of the reason that our dreams and our goals were put there is to trigger this process of all of this stuff coming up, so that we can work through it and we can move through it. So that's happening for some of you guys. For some of you guys, you're really noticing the mirroring aspect in life and in situations, and how what's going on internally is manifested outside, and you're being presented sometimes with people who are showing this to you. You're being presented with people who are mirroring some of these blocks and some of these things that are standing in your way within yourself, and you're needing to work through that energy and to understand that that's what's going on, and to understand that it's not anything that you're doing, right? I mean, it's a manifestation of what's going on. It's not a punishment, I guess, is a better way to put it, because it is. I mean, it's not what you're doing, but it is, in a way, it's what's going on inside of you that's being manifested outwardly, so that you can work through it and you can release that and let it go. So yeah, okay, now it's coming to me. So this would be like the Nine of Swords in the traditional deck. So it's, you're in like a kind of, your mental space is a little bit tormented right now, because you're working through this shadow stuff is coming up, and you may not be understanding what's going on. So if you're not understanding what's going on, that's what's happening. It's just people being presented to you, situations being presented to you that are mirroring for you things that need to be addressed and worked through, blockages that are ready to be cleared, so that you can move into this new cycle and you can embrace these opportunities that are coming your way. And if that is something that you're working through, I definitely would recommend an energy healing, because that can really help to remove and facilitate the clearing of some of those blocks and help with the clarity and help sort of move out of this stuck energy. And we've also got deception and envy here. So there's going to be a lot of situations cropping up that are causing you to have to really examine what's going on with you internally and examine these blocks, and it's helping to reveal all of this stuff. But it's going to be ultimately really, really good for you. So these are just incredible opportunities that you're getting to clear a lot of that stuff. And it's also with the deception and envy, I'm getting for some of you to look at when you find yourself in a place where you're being envious of others, to look at what that's showing you about what it is that you want. Because that's a guidepost. If we're envious of something that someone else has, that's because we want that for ourselves. And that's not a bad thing. It doesn't mean we have to take it from somebody else in order to have it. Like, the universe is abundant and there's enough for everyone. And like, you guys are really coming into an understanding of that. So like, it just can be used as a signpost of like, oh, this is something that I want to pursue in my own life. And then when we show happiness for people who have that, that attracts more of that to us. If we befriend those people, ask those people how they got the things that they have, observe how they behave in the world, observe their energy, observe those things that can be little clues to help us figure out how to achieve that for ourselves. So that's something that's coming up for some of you. And for others of you, there are just people in your lives who are feeling envious of the opportunities and the things that are coming up for you and are going to be continuing to come up for you. So it's just, you get to be that example for them, showing them, oh, that's because this is something that I want. And then, we have moving on. So there are going to be situations and people that you do need to move on from. There are going to be people who aren't necessarily able to understand how they can be inspired and happy for you, and those people are just going to be holding you down. So it's going to be time to release those people and let them go. Some of these people that are coming into your life in order to expose these shadow aspects of yourself, to expose these blocks and the things that you're ready to work through, those are going to be people that you're not necessarily going to be hanging on to either. They're in your life for a season, or maybe not even a season. Maybe they're just popping up really quickly to show you some things. And those are people that you can and you will be leaving behind as you walk into this new cycle. And this new cycle is like a passionate, creative new cycle. We have the Ace of Wands. So this is a lot of passionate new energy. For some of you, you may be leaving a relationship that isn't serving you any longer as you're stepping into this new phase of your lives. Others of you may be leaving jobs. You may just be leaving behind this suffering and this mental torment and all of this, which is beautiful. Leaving behind these aspects of yourself that you're ready to shed as you step into this new cycle. Leaving behind any cycles where you felt disempowered, where you weren't able to use your voice and stand up for what it is that you wanted. Like you may be leaving behind a whole lot of all of that and stepping into this could be a lot of things, actually. We're gonna look, that's what we're gonna look into, is what this Ace of Wands represents. Is this a new relationship? Is this, for a lot of you, I feel like it's a new period of intense creativity that's coming your way. But yeah, we're gonna look into that. So what do we want to look into that with? I'm feeling called to do this, so we're gonna get a couple from the traditional tarot. Okay, Sagittarius 2020, Ace of, what is clarification for Passion Ignited? Ace of Wands, clarification. Clarification. Interesting. So for the clarification, we got, again, because I believe this was the Seven of Swords in the traditional deck. So we got the Seven of Swords, we got the Knight of Cups, we have the Seven of Cups, and we have then the Nine of Pentacles. So I think, interestingly enough, I think for a lot of you, there is going to be, you're going to be leaving a relationship for some of you. This is a new cycle that is initiated by the closing of an old cycle. Where there was deception and envy going on, there was a lot of that deceptive energy. Things weren't necessarily, somebody came in as the Knight of Cups, offering emotional fulfillment, offering a lot of things that seemed solid, but they were really confused. They didn't really know what was going on. They didn't really know what they wanted. And so that you broke away from that, and then you were like super abundant and just really like feeling yourself and vibing with yourself and in this beautiful, independent, successful energy as a result of that. So yeah, that's interesting. So yeah, a new creative cycle that is the result of possibly leaving. Like maybe you got some creative inspiration from leaving this situation, or you found a way to inspire others and help others out of similar situations. Yeah. Something. Your ability to stand up for yourself, to speak your truth, to move past this situation, like lights this fire within you. And from that, it's just go time from that moment forward. That's what I'm feeling from that. Okay. All right, I've landed on this. So we're going to get some more guidance from the Moonology deck. Any other additional messages and guidance for Sagittarius, June 2020? Sagittarius, June 2020. Additional guidance, Sagittarius, June 2020. Okay, so we got a fiery climax approaches, full moon in Aries. So a lot of super intense fiery energy, which is gaining momentum. The energy is gaining momentum. So there's some sort of climax, and this could have to do with the relationship that was ending that we saw here. And it says, look at the bigger picture. So there's something, it's going to be, for some of you, this climax is going to be really intense as you're really coming into your power and coming into your voice. It's going to be an intense situation that you absolutely have the ability to navigate and to handle. But you're going to want to look at like the bigger picture. You're going to want to look at what it's teaching you. So this goes back to the shadow card, right? This goes back to the mirroring. So situation, what is this teaching me about myself? How can I learn about myself, and how can I grow from this situation? What is this mirroring back to me that's ready to be healed? And when we can do that, when we can look for the lessons and the growth in situations, they can make a lot more sense, and it can be a lot easier to digest when things don't go the way we expected, and when we feel hurt or when we feel betrayed. And then it says confidence is the key, your key to success, new moon in Leo. And prosperity lies ahead, new moon in Taurus. So moving forward, it's just going to be allowing yourself to be confident. Like, I feel like this is this new cycle that's getting ready to be initiated as you close out all of these old cycles, and you work through all this shadow material. Like, just be confident in yourself. Know that you absolutely have the capability to do it. And as you're working through blocks that are related to your life path and your purpose, your career, all of that stuff, it's just gaining that confidence in yourself, knowing that you have what it takes. Like, the opportunities wouldn't exist if we weren't capable of grasping them, if we weren't capable of doing the things that it takes to bring them to fruition. And there is prosperity in your future. You are absolutely capable, and you are going to thrive. You just have to have that confidence in yourself. When those doubts and those anxieties and those fears and those blocks come up, it's just continuing. This is the new moon in Leo, right? Leo is charismatic. Leo is confident. Leo looks at everything from this place of joy and just as a new adventure, right? So just looking at all of this as a new adventure, and just having that belief in yourself that you are absolutely capable of doing everything that you put your mind to, and not allowing yourself to be discouraged by anything that's going on around you. And then we also have bring love into the situation, new moon in Aquarius. So as you're dealing with these fiery situations, it's just bringing love into that. Just always bringing the love into that situation, looking at the other person through the eyes of love, like being grateful for the lessons that they're teaching you and the things that you're learning about yourself during this process. That's going to be absolutely key. And also, like, self-love when it comes to these opportunities and this shadow material that you're working through, and these blocks that you're working through as you're stepping up and stepping into this bigger role in your life, right? Is bringing love into the situation, love for yourself as well as love for others, and just really looking and treating yourself with a lot of compassion. That's going to be really key to you. And then surrender to the divine. Just constantly bringing it back to that surrender piece and that trust piece and that having faith that everything is happening for a reason, even if we don't fully understand what that reason is. And it's also, I'm feeling called to pull this too. Nothing is yet set in stone, mutable moon. So everything is very changeable right now. You have a lot of capability to influence the way that certain things manifest in your life. And so just really knowing that it's that confidence in yourself, that bringing in that loving energy, and just really asking and seeking that spiritual guidance from your guides and from your team is going to be absolutely imperative. Like, you can create the life that it is that you want to live. You have that capability, and there's so much, like, nothing is fixed right now. There's no set outcome for a lot of the stuff that you're dealing with. It's, you are the co-creator with the universe, and you have the ability to shape certain things to your advantage. And it's all by embodying that vibration of love and that confidence, embodying that Leo energy, right? Yeah, doing that. All right, we're going to actually, this is what I want to do for you guys now. We're going to do a light worker oracle as well. And, yep, the deck I just used was the Moonology deck. All right. Sagittarius, 2020. What's going on for all of our Saggies? June 2020. Sagittarius, June 2020. Give me a card for Sagittarius. Okay, so we have Dark Night of the Soul. So this is more of that shadow energy, right? You guys are going through a serious purge. We have Ascension Rainbow Bridge here too, right? So you guys are ascending. This Dark Night of the Soul is a key part of the ascension process. As you're working out all this shadow material. That is absolutely imperative. Like, you're releasing and working through that stuff so that there's room for more of this light to enter, right? Like, your rainbow light body is being activated. You're going through this incredible growth process. And that requires, Kayla and I actually have a video that we just recently did on the Dark Night of the Soul. So if you go on our playlists to informational videos, you can check that out. I would definitely recommend some of you watch that if this is a concept that you're not as familiar with. But it's just like you're making room for all this beautiful energy, and you're working, it's a period where we question a lot of things. Sometimes we question everything about our lives, right? And now, yes, I'm remembering in the video from last month, it was like a sudden new path that emerges, and you feel like you're being rerouted, right? And so when we feel like, I'm being called to remind you guys of that energy, because it's like when we feel as though we're thrown curveballs, and when all of a sudden this Dark Night of the Soul is when our life just doesn't make any sense anymore. We thought we understood everything, and we thought we understood where we fit in the world and on what our path was looking like and where we were going. And then we get into this place, like, this gets activated, this ascension process kicks into gear, and all of a sudden it's like we're questioning everything about ourselves, about our lives, about who we are and what we want and where we're going. And, like, that's a beautiful and necessary thing. So just being with that and going with that, being with yourself, that's where it's bringing love into the situation. Love for yourself, love for others, understanding that the people and the situations that you're encountering right now are being put there for your growth, and being grateful to them for giving you that opportunity to grow. And just really knowing that, like, you're on the right track, and just really taking care of yourselves, not just emotionally, but physically right now as well. This ascension process, this Dark Night of the Soul, all of this, it takes a lot of energy. It takes a toll on the physical body as well. So really, like, nourish yourselves. Take care of yourselves. Make sure you get plenty of rest. Make sure you get plenty of sleep. Make sure you go out in nature, recharge with nature, recharge with the people that bring you joy. Those people that you absolutely can rely on. If you have those people in your lives, spend more time with those people that make you feel good, that help you build that confidence, where, like, when you're around them, you know that you can do anything, because they see that potential and that capability in you, and they help you to feel that way. And if you do have people like that, definitely connect with them. And you're learning how to be that person for yourself. That's what this process is all about, and it's absolutely beautiful. And if you're feeling hopeless right now, don't be. Don't be, because you are going to move through this, and you are going to be so much stronger, and the path is going to be so much clearer once you clear all of this vibrational garbage that's ready to be cleared. We all have it. We all work through it, and then we're all so much more powerful, so much more aligned, so much more centered on the other side of it. And there always is another side. And we're going to get some ending advice from the Work Your Light Oracle cards deck. All right. This is for Sagittarius, June 2020. Closing guidance for Sagittarius, June 2020. Sagittarius, June 2020. Okay. So we have birthing a new age, birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. So this is the new earth that we're birthing, right? You guys are absolutely a part of that. And as you're going through this ascension process, you're becoming more aligned to be able to do that. You're being capable of carrying and holding more light, right? So that you can ascend personally, and you can assist the earth and everyone in their ascension process. And so this is also inspiration, right? Like, you're going through this dark night of the soul in some aspects, but in other aspects you're being really like inspired and recharged, and any ideas that you have right now that are coming to you are inspiration from spirit. So definitely take note of those, write those down. Anything that's coming to you that brings you joy, any of these new inspirations, like really focus on those and put energy into those at the same time that you're doing all of this healing work, right? Like, absolutely do that. Like, dream the world into being, and that also means like your own world. Like, what is the world that you want to manifest for yourself? What does that look like? What does that feel like? Really feeling and sinking into that, and knowing that you have the capability to do that. There's like a huge creative cycle that's being formed and being birthed. And this dark night of the soul and all of this purging is just like what's making room and clearing the pathway for that. And then we have Min talking, longing for home, belonging, the original light workers. So I'm feeling right away, some of you are very, I hate terms like old souls, but some of you are very, like, you are light workers, you are star seeds, you came here to assist with this ascension process, and you're waking up to that realization and that understanding. But it's like, we may have come here from wherever for whatever purpose, but we came and we incarnated in a physical body, and we got all the handicaps that a physical body has. You know, we have all of this baggage that comes from living in this reality, right? And all of this stuff that we have to work through. And so sometimes we get lost in that, but you guys are waking up, and you're coming out of that sort of period of being sort of foggy and lost in that 3D existence, right? And you're moving into this awakening, this ascension, this birthing of this rainbow light body, right? Like, just waking up, and you're feeling that longing. You're realizing that you have a whole tribe out there somewhere that you may not know a lot of them right now. They're getting ready to come in. We have Soul Family, call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. They're getting ready to come in if you haven't met them yet. If you have met them, connect with them more, and more are on their way. But if you haven't, they are coming in, but you're starting to realize, and you're starting to feel this loss a little, or not loss, but you're starting to feel this disconnection. You're longing for those people. You're realizing that they're out there, and you're also realizing that where you came from, and even if you don't consciously know it, you're missing that place. And it's just a message that I'm getting for a lot of you, is that your family of light is with you always. Just as source, right? Spirit is with you always. We feel we have the illusion of separateness when we incarnate in these physical bodies, but we're never actually separate. And so you can call on them anytime. Especially, I would recommend, like, in meditation, right? You can absolutely call on them. You can ask them to feed you energy. You can ask them for support. You can ask them to cleanse and clear your physical vessel, right? To cleanse and clear your energy. You can connect with them, but also know that they never really left and you're never really separate. You're here on a mission right now, a lot of you, but like, this is so temporary. This is like the blink of an eye. Like, we live in an infinite now, and we live in a multiverse, and there's like, we're never disconnected from any of that. We just feel that way. That's the illusion that you guys are waking up to right now. And so it's just remembering that and knowing that those of your tribe who are incarnated here as well are on their way to you. And as you clear out all of this energy, all of this shadow energy, all of this stuff that's coming up right now, that's going to allow you to step more into your true vibration. And when you step into your true vibration, that naturally energetically calls in your soul tribe. As you allow yourself to be more authentic, to be who you truly are, to express that, right? Not to be discouraged because those in your immediate reality maybe are not liking the things that you're expressing, are not agreeing with you, or maybe even thinking that you're a little crazy and a little bit out there. Don't allow that to discourage you. Don't allow this conflict to discourage you, because anyone who's leaving your life right now is leaving to make room for this, which is coming in, right? And then we have deep replenishment, retreat, rest, be held. So this is just what we talked about, taking care of yourself emotionally, physically, creating that safe, sacred space for yourself, and retreating into that when you need to regroup and recharge. And when you're in that safe, sacred space and you're nourishing yourself, you're taking care of yourself on all levels of being, you can communicate and you can ask for assistance from your family of light. And they will come to you in the spiritual realms. I say come to you, but like we said, they're already there. They will make themselves more known to you. And then we have protection. Call back your power, cut the cords, soul retrieval. So allowing those cords to be cut. You can also ask them for assistance with cutting cords. If there are people in your life that you know that you need to release and you're feeling that they're pulling and draining on your energy, you can ask for those cords to be cut. If it's just time to move on, you can ask for those cords to be cut. And just ask for the understanding and the knowledge of when it is time to move on. But I think a lot of you know that. It's just for some of you, these are people that you've known your whole life. You're having a difficult time releasing and letting go of that, because for one, nobody wants to be alone, right? Even though like you're not going to be, you may be temporarily. That happens to a lot of us during our ascension journey, right? But you will not be, and you really aren't. On a spiritual level, you're never alone. But physically, maybe we're afraid of that for a little bit because we don't want to go through that discomfort of being alone. But we know when that's necessary, and so sometimes it's just having that final nudge. Like maybe this is that final nudge for some of you, showing you that it is okay and it is time for you to do that. And to reclaim your power. We give away little pieces of our power. We give away little pieces of our soul. We've done it in past lifetimes, we do it in this lifetime. So when we cut those cords, we call back our power, we call back those fragments of our soul. And as we do that and we gain more of those fragments of our soul back, that's when we become the vibrational match to these people who are that vibrational match to our souls. And then we also have leap. You go first, the universe will catch you. So taking that leap where that leap is necessary, trusting your internal guidance, trusting those new opportunities, those new sparks of creativity, those new inspirations, right? And where those are going to lead you. And just knowing sometimes we have to take that first leap and then the universe comes in. But we're required to have the trust to take that leap, to step outside of our comfort zone a little bit so that the universe can then respond. We take one step, spirit takes 10. It's just we have to take that one step first, so that spirit can meet us with 10 times as much energy. And then we also have Council of Light, divine orchestration, helpers in the subtle realms. So this just goes back to the fact that you have so many helpers. All of your family of light are standing there in the subtle realms. all already around you. They never left you. You were never separated. Just waiting for you to call on them and ask them for their help so that they can come in and assist you in this process. So that's what I got for you guys today. I hope you found this reading helpful. If you did, definitely give this video a like, subscribe so that you can catch more videos. Share this video with all of your fellow Sagittarians. As I said, the video with the most likes and comments is going to get a bonus reading from both myself and Kayla for the month of June. So we all encourage you to do that. We're rooting for every single one of you in every sense of the word. We love you so much. If you want an energy healing session, Kayla and I both do them. We also both do personal readings. Each of our information is in the description box below. Reach out to whoever you resonate with and set that up with us. You can also donate to our channel if you feel so called to do so. We have a link for that in the description box. And just know that we both love and support you so much, as does your family of light, as does just spirits. Every manifestation of spirit, all of this love and all of this light is here supporting you through this process. And this is the process, right, of the phoenix that burns before it rises, right? Like, this is the process of you being in that cocoon about to emerge as that beautiful butterfly, right? It's the darkness that then gives birth to the light. So just allow that process to happen and know that everything that's happening is happening perfectly, and it's all divinely orchestrated for your growth and your healing. And you are healing and you are growing. And with that, I will see you soon. Have a wonderful night, day, whenever you're watching this. It's night right now when I'm recording it.